I'm a dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. I am Denise. It is Saturday. It is Saturday, well, not Saturday when you see this video, but it is Saturday when I'm recording this video. So it is Saturday, which means I went to my WW workshop and I bring you the meeting topic du jour and my weekly weigh-in. And I'm also going to bring you a new attitude. But first, we're going to have a sip of our smoothie. Yes, part of my new attitude. Okay, I'm going to grab my glasses real quick. I brought them out like, yeah, I could cut that out, but why? So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking back. It is September 3rd today. Yes. And I went and got weighed in. Now, if you've been watching my channel or if you follow me on my other videos, sometimes this is the only video you see. We know that with a lot of our subscribers, there's certain videos that they're like to watch. Some of you like to do the weigh-in, some of you like to do the meal prep, some of you like to do the vlogs. It's all interesting. So I hope a lot of you get to watch this one because it ties in a lot that happened this week. If you follow me on the lives, we go live here Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel for the weight loss chit chat. Yes, ma'am, chit chat. We chit chat about our days, our weeks, our struggles, our successes. So if that's something you're interested in, then come join us. Just pop in. And okay, Denise, get to the weigh-in. Okay, back what I was saying. This week I didn't track. I had a no tracking week. Just felt like not tracking. I didn't track anything. It's not like I tracked somewhere else. I didn't track anywhere. Nothing, not a zippo. Why? Because I think sometimes we just need a break. We do. Now, granted, I didn't eat my face off. I didn't track because I didn't want to track what I was eating. I just didn't feel like tracking. And we were talking at the meeting today. I wonder if a lot of it has to do with there's no wins. See, that really honestly got me to track. It was fun to see the wins go up. So I was tracking my food. I was tracking my workouts. I was tracking my sleep. Now we get credit for nothing. So maybe that's part of the reason why I just got burned out of tracking. I just didn't track. But I was definitely mindful this week, like I said. And I said it is what it is. I mean, I didn't expect a loss this week because, you know what? I don't really know what I ate. But I definitely know that I did really good. I got on the scale and I was only up, and I say only, 0.2. I was shit shocked. I was, because I didn't expect, I mean, there was meals, I don't even know if I even got to film them, that I ate this week. I made a enchilada bake. There was tortillas, low carb tortillas. There was beef in there. There was cheesesteak in there because I used up my cheesesteak. There was cheese. So I had a nice portion of enchilada bake. I had spaghetti with bolognese sauce. Beef. I mean, I had my usual portion. I didn't sit there and have more because I wasn't tracking it. But 2 days in a row of a meal like that, I probably wouldn't do. But you know what? A few of you asked, D, what is your change up? Well, my change up is, it's nothing tragic, but I am going to incorporate things back in that I stopped having. This is a green smoothie that I got at a new place in my area, right where across from where the school is. It's called Fruggies. They have protein shakes, smoothies, protein bowls, oatmeal bowls. I've been waiting for a place like this to come. I may be their best customer. Yeah, I haven't had it. I would never have this. Like, oh my gosh, I can't have that. It's blended fruit. It's almond milk. It's not sugar-free almond milk. There's bananas. I'll tell you what's in my smoothie. Bananas, mangoes, pineapples, and spinach, and almond milk. There's not a Snicker bar in there. There's not a gallon of ice cream in there. So why am I not having something like that? So I am going back to basics. Eating the things I love in moderation. Of course, I split this with one of the boys. So I only had about 3/4 of this. I got the large because I knew I would split it with them. They liked it too. Even the one who said, I don't like spinach in smoothies. He liked it. And I mentioned last week, if you didn't notice, I said I was having cocktails again. I mentioned last week and 2 weeks ago, because I'm like, I sit there and say, oh, I'm not going to have a drink. I don't want to drink my points. That's not living a lifestyle. That's being on a diet. So you know what? We were out. I've had a cocktail twice. You know what? I don't know what happened to me over the last year and a half. I don't know, something weird. I changed what I was doing because I thought in order to lose weight, that's what I had to do. And I never did it before. So why would I start now? So yeah, we're bringing things back. We're going old school, you know what? And I decided also for activity to do something different every day. Now, I host Glam Squad, and I will still host Glam Squad. I might not do the walk that day, because I'm only going to do walking one day, bicycling. I have a bike. I'm going to get the bike out. I'm going to do Zumbas. I'm going to do a different kind of workout on YouTube. Every day is going to be something different. So my body could just, get something a little bit. Change isn't always bad. Change is good. I have a really good attitude. And even my leader goes, you're really, I said, because I know what I'm doing wrong, and I know what I stopped doing, and I need to get back to that. And to get back to the old Denise who, I'm going to go over my points some days. Maybe some days I'll go under my points. I'm going to keep it guessing. It's never going to be the same. I'm going to go maybe 10 over, maybe 5 under. Kind of like that Springle thing, or that there's a name for those. Maybe try something like that. Something normal. I'm going to, and if some days I don't want to, then some days I don't have to. It's being a life, And also, I'll tell you this too, before we get into the topic. I've already talked 6 minutes, but I enrolled yesterday in a nutrition class. It is a certified nutrition class. So I will be a certified nutrition coach, not a nutritionist. There's a difference. So I enrolled in that. So I'm going to start doing different things. Now, here's the thing. You're lucky you have me here, because there's different things. Like, you can't go by the book for every little thing. That's not lifestyle. Like, a friend of mine goes and sees a nutritionist, and she said, don't eat anything in a box. Yeah. No, I want to live outside the box. To me, saying that is putting yourself in a box. Like, yeah, there's some things that aren't the best choices. But in life, not every choice is going to be great. As long as it's not a consistent overdoing of something. Like, say, skinny syrups. Should I have skinny syrups 3 or 4 times a day? Maybe that's not the best idea. But having them once in a while is never going to hurt anybody. No food is inherently bad. No food is off limits. And when somebody tells you don't do this, don't do that, that's putting you in a box. That's putting you on a diet. That's putting you under a microscope. And that's not the kind of coaching I want to do. I want to do maybe you shouldn't have that much of this or that much of that, but you still could have some, because that's life. So keep abreast of that. I am starting it's an online thing, so I have a year to do it, and then I have to take a test. I pass the test when I get certification, but I'm going to take my time. Let's get to the topic, shall we? Oh, the recipe. I'm not sure which recipes this week, because I got 2. Shrimp and cherry tomatoes with feta. I'm not sure if that was this week, because I grabbed one I didn't think I had. There's the QR, and I got this one, which is grilled hazelnut chocolate pizza with bananas and strawberries. I don't remember which one that was, so I got them both because I don't think I had them. But oh, and look what else she gave me. Yes, I have all my charms that I missed. All my lifetime charms and stuff like that. So she was really nice. And she did tell me it's 6 points for maintenance you get. So if you're on maintenance, you hit goal, you want to go maintenance, you add 6 points. When you put your app, it adds 6 points to your day. So that's that. So let's get to the topic. How to stay inspired no matter what the scale says. Like today, she goes, when I came in there, she goes, you're just perfect for today because you're inspired no matter what the scale said. I said, yep, I am, because I know this is my time of year. This is where I do the best, and I want to embrace that, and I want to challenge myself to do something different. Same yet different. There are tons of ways to measure progress and success, and it all starts with imagining how you will celebrate those wins if the scale doesn't exist. The scale is not the be-all, end-all, and I will give you a little hint here. There's many weeks that you don't lose. When you're high into the thing, it very rarely moves, and I'm telling you, this is in all honesty, the closer you get to goal, the harder it is. Don't expect a loss every week, even a 0.2 loss. Sometimes it just isn't there. Sometimes you'll go up, and it's not that you did anything wrong, or you ate wrong, or you ate too much. It's just that's what your body says, and that's what your body does. So don't ever, and I know it's hard because that's what we gauge our progress from. If that scale doesn't move, oh my gosh, I must have did something wrong. Nope, you could be the perfect on plan person, and the scale goes up. You just have to know that. As long as you know, I always know when I've gone there, so my guide always says, how was your week? What were you proud of? So because she knows, she wants to remind us that we are proud of certain things. And many times I've gone on there, so I had a great week, and then she's like, oh, you're up 0.6, It used to bother me, yes. But then I realized, especially the lower I was, that it's always going to be like that. And it doesn't mean that you didn't do anything right, or you see it as a negative. You have to see it as a positive. And I know that's hard because the number are paralyzing, and we focus on the numbers. And I want you to focus on good choices, not the number on the scale. Hard, yes. Focus on different things. That's why we say take measurements. Look at pictures. Pictures are huge to judge your weight loss. How things fit. Like, I have those jean shorts that sometimes zip and sometimes don't. They didn't zip in the beginning of the week, but they zipped at the end of the week. No rhyme or reason why that happened. It just does. I don't have them on today, but you'll be proud of me. Oh, another victory. I wore my leg up, my my fall clothes already. I thought, you know what? I'm wearing my fall clothes. I always usually wear a tank top because I wear a sweater on top, but I always got my leggings on. Now, normally I wear like a little skirt or like a thin pair of shorts as my summer. But you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. So, hey, if I'd have worn my regular outfit, I probably wouldn't even gain the 0.2. But you know what? I'm ready for next week. I'm already fallized in my weigh-in outfit. So, definition of a non-scale victory. Progress that isn't related to the number on the scale and helps you see the bigger picture to stay inspired. It's a hard one. It's not an easy one, I will tell you, because we just need to see numbers, and that's what we see. But that's what we always try to focus on here at Dish with D, is the non-scale victories. What can you do? I told you before, before I joined, I couldn't climb on the chair to get something off the shelf. I couldn't push my body up. I couldn't do it. I just didn't have the strength. 270 pounds, couldn't get this body up. After I lost probably around 75, I went to get something off the shelf, forgetting that I couldn't do it. I jumped up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got right up. Like, that was huge, because like my why was not to be a burden to my family, because my mother was a burden towards the end, and I didn't want that for me. And I thought to myself, having all boys, I ain't the best. So my why was to not be a burden, to be able to be independent for as long as I can. I don't want somebody to have to take care of me because I ate too much. It's not like I was sick, I had cancer, no, I ate too much. And, I've learned that I don't need food for that comfort, for whatever food gave me, I don't need that. I have a community now, so heck, that's what I have you guys for. Try this. List 3 things that you have changed in the past month. Well, you just heard my 3 things. I am incorporating foods back. I am changing up my activity. I mean, the Leslie videos are good, don't get me wrong, they're fabulous, but if that's all I'm doing every day, I think my body just needs to do something. I've been doing it for 2 years. Maybe my body needs something different on different days. So I'm trying to incorporate different activities and just being really mindful and not excluding anything. You can't live your life saying, I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to do this. That's just putting yourself in a box. And I don't want to see you in a box. I want to see you outside the box, looking in the box. Struggling to fill those lines, ask yourself, if the scale didn't exist, how would you measure your success? I always go by clothes and pictures. They're my 2 biggest things. I look back and you have to do the side by side. Like, you get the little the app where you can put 2 pictures, and it's like, what? Just when you think you're, there's days that I think, oh my God, I'm 10 pounds over goal, and then I put the pictures up. I'm like, you still look fabulous. Don't forget how far you've come. And it's hard when we're at this plateau, we're not seeing the scale move. It's hard to think of that, but it exists. And I want you to really step back and think of that. Healthy habits like starting a wake and walk routine. Yes, moments, because you are so wiped after a workout, your clothes fit better. Change your health. New experience, trying a Zumba class or learning to cook, or both. Cooking is a fun thing to do. You could eat more when you create your own food. I know a lot of us need convenience foods because just of many circumstances. But I'm telling you, as a friend, when you do the stuff in the kitchen, and you might not be the best in the beginning. I try to make simple recipes, very, minimal ingredients that you have, and we all sort of have them on hand. There's some funky stuff, but I always say you don't always need it. I like it because I have it, but you don't always need it. But I think when you try to create a simple loaf cake, a mug cake that's just simple, you can do in a few minutes, and it satisfies that need for cake, so you're not looking for cake. You're not grabbing that pre-made tasty cake, or I don't even know what brand you guys, Entenmann's will say. You have something you can make that's very minimal in points. It's not going to do much damage, but satisfies your sweet tooth. Because I'm telling you, as your friend, you're going to want cake. To sit there and say you're not going to have it is setting yourself up for failure. It's setting yourself up for binging. It's setting yourself up for having a bad relationship with food. We want you to have a fabulous relationship with food. We're not doing this to hate food or to blame food. We're doing this to enjoy food and to have it. We have to be disciplined. We have to be mindful. We have to be controlled and disciplined are the two things I stress here a lot. Would I want to eat a whole thing? Sure I would. Is that the best idea? It's not. And when you think about it, should you eat anything that much? You shouldn't. Look at the serving size of things. And anything you put, even your 0-point foods, I really hope that you're looking at the serving sizes of your rices and your pastas and your potatoes. They're in there. They're there for a reason. We should be having a serving size. You're not sit there to have the whole 5-pound bag of potatoes. Whole pound of shrimp. Never a best idea. Would you eat a dozen eggs? No, just because there's 0 points doesn't mean you eat a dozen. The serving size is normally 2 eggs, and that's what you have. I will sit here and tell you, in the beginning, it is hard. In the beginning, you will feel like you are starving and you are dying. And oh my God, why? It is because you're used to eating more. It does take time, but in time, you will feel satisfied. You have to give yourself at least 4 to 6 months to start feeling like I'm satisfied. It takes time, especially if you've been as heavy as long as I have. It took a long time, but think about it. I was heavy for 45 years, so I'm not going to sit there in 2 weeks and be like, "Hey, it's all good." You can't. That's a fallacy. It's not going to happen that quickly. The longer you're heavy, the longer it's going to take for your body and your mind to adjust to smaller portions. But you can do it. I know you can. Because you know why? Because I did it. And as hard as it was for me, I know you can do it. Does it take work? Yes. There are times I cried. There are times I mourned, because I mourned the person that used to eat her face off. She's not here anymore. She's still, I shouldn't say that. She's here. She's just a better version of herself, because she was a great girl. I loved her. Always love yourself. You don't hate who you were, because that's not good either. You love who you are. I loved me, and I'm just sad that people didn't love me too. Like if they looked at you and go, "Ugh," Yeah, I feel for those people, because nobody should look at somebody and go, "Ugh." Some people eat for various reasons, and who are we to judge them? I'm not judging anybody. I used to. I'll tell you, I used to. And then when I went through it, I realized, when you learn all these things and when you grow, you learn you should not judge people for being heavy. You have no idea why they eat. And sometimes eating is all they have. So never judge somebody for the size. Absolutely offer help. Let's dive a little deeper. Now that you've had your list, think about what those wins really mean. Recognizing the impact of each one. Maybe cooking more means you enjoy healthier, fresher meals, or fitting into your favorite clothes and making getting dressed feel easier. And hey, they missed out having more food. Yes, when you make it yourself and there's nothing in it, you could have more, a little bit more. I'm not telling you to have a whole chicken if you make your own chicken, but you could have a little bit more than buying chicken. Like a rotisserie chicken has more calories than roasting your own chicken. Buying chicken, making it yourself versus going to Chick-fil-A is going to have more calories, because you know what's in it, you've made it. So definitely, that's what I mean by having a little bit more. Zoom out and see the big picture. How do you feel reflecting and celebrating these types of wins? How is it different from when you only focus on the scale? I'm going to sit here and tell you, if you're going to focus on the scale, you're going to find yourself struggling. You're going to find yourself obsessing. And I don't want that. We're here to enjoy our lifestyle. Ups and downs. Yes, we're here to enjoy it, because we're here living and we're enjoying. And there's people out there that aren't. So be thankful for every moment you get. Sure, it feels amazing to see the lower number on the scale each week. Sure it does. Or if you've already met your goal or maintained the same-ish numbers. But scale changes are far from a sure thing. They're only one measure of progress. Plenty of factors may slow your weight loss, stop you in your tracks, or send you sliding in reverse. Plateaus and setbacks are often part of the ride. It is true. Now here I will also tell you, if you ever notice, I've seen people do this, that when they if they gain a big amount of weight, and they didn't expect it, like say 4 or 5 pounds, oh, it must be fluid. That's probably not right. But when they lose 4 or 5 pounds, they never said, maybe I lost too much fluid. Because you absolutely can drain too much fluid and be under, might not be there's never really a true weigh-in when you think about it. Why? Because weight is a variable. I can get on that scale 15 minutes later and it'd be totally different. It is just a guide. And that's what you have to remember. It is just a guide. Eventually you're going to see progress, and that's what you want. You don't want to see progress weekly. You want to see progress in the big picture. Hard? Yes. I will tell you that. Here's the thing. So just like your why probably goes beyond weight loss, so does your wins. We all mean all wins, from eating veggies at almost every meal to abstract victories like realizing you've got Energizer Bunny stamina and feeling confident. The scale can't measure any of that. I mean, really, how is your energy level? I mean, mine's off the hook. I don't sleep as much as I used to. I get up refreshed. Why? Because I lost weight. Eventually, you'll feel all these things. You'll be like, wow, Dee was right. But you will have to learn them for yourself. I can tell you, but really, we have to learn these things for ourselves. Research shows that for many WW members, reflecting on a non-scale victories help them lose weight and keep it off. So expand your definition of success and make a plan for how you'll keep popping to the proverbial champagne. Maybe it is weighing yourself for a while. You write in your journal, regardless. Maybe it's before you weigh yourself or while you write in your journal, regardless of more. That's exactly what you're saying. Before I go finish that sentence, but it's saying put down how you feel before you get on that scale, because that number is not going to change how you feel. It shouldn't. So you definitely should be able to, if you're a journaler, journal how you feel before you weigh in, because if you're feeling good, why would the number matter? That's a big one. And maybe treat yourself to something, like we're used to the wins, like somebody said. For tracking, she suggested this, which I didn't go for, but you might like it. Have a jar, and every time you track a meal, put $1 in it. At the end of the month, now granted, you may skip tracking one meal, but it doesn't matter. You might have it like $20 in there, $25 in there. I mean, $3 a meal, that's $3 a day times 30, that's $90. So, but maybe you could do 50 cents or something if $1 is too much, but think about it. If you want to be a tracker and you want to have rewards, reward yourself. I reward myself with my ear fleek every month for staying on plan. I love it. It's a very inexpensive earring subscription, and I just adore it. And it's the way I reward myself, because we work hard. Don't let anybody tell you differently. This is not easy at all. People will look at you and go, oh, it's just get off the table. I wish it were that easy. I struggle sometimes all the time. Every meal is what I wanted to say all the time. There is, because I always want to go back. I always want to have this or have that. What I will say is I do indulge in bites. BLTs, I do indulge in bites, licks, and tastes, because let me tell you something. A bite is way less points than a whole piece. Yep. And when you give yourself something, you crave it less. You do. You know what? Sometimes we have to discipline. Controlled discipline. I say that all the time. Allow yourself to have things. Don't save all your points for the Saturday, the day you weigh in, and say, I'm going to have all my weeklies today. I used to do that. Oh yeah. It's a whole video on that one. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll talk about the binge day. I don't do that anymore. And maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll save that for next week's video. This week's Wednesday Wisdom, because it's a good one and it's a learning lesson. And if you're doing that, we need to talk, because let me tell you something, it's a cycle that's very, very hard to break. Trust me on that. Every week I'd say I'm not doing it, and every week I'd still do it. I was just conditioned to do it that way. But we have come to a conclusion here. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this week's topic du jour. Let me know how you did this week. What do you think of non-scale victories? Do you have non-scale victories? Share your non-scale victories down below as well. I love to hear them. Hold on, somebody's calling in. Let's get rid of that. And I'd love to hear them. So share. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, subscribe to this channel right down below. Hit that notification bell, let you know when I go live. Because girls and boys, We're going live a lot more here, and you want to be notified of that. And if you know anybody that might benefit from this video or would be interested in this video and interested in this content, you know I'm all about weight loss and healthy lifestyle, there's a share button. Please do me the biggest favor and share my video. Social media, your Facebook, your WW meetings, your WW virtual workshops, anywhere that you think Dish with D could help. Because remember, we're going to slay weight loss 1 pound at a time. So thanks for watching. I will dish with you another day. Tomorrow is not a meal prep. Tomorrow will just be a vlog because it's a holiday. I didn't meal prep anything this week, but we're going to have a fun vlog with a giveaway. So you definitely want to see that. And I will dish with you later. Bye-bye.